So if you had some advice in all of your years and thinking about what you had done and sending young men over there, what would be something you would tell a young man on his way to go?
It's funny you'd ask that question. I've got a little bit notorious. I've got mothers that contact me from time to time to come and talk to their young men and women. I'll mention this one and what I said. We were over at, and this is boys around, some of them I know casually, I don't know them that well, but I spent about an hour with them and have them laughing about it, smiling about going to Afghanistan. And most all of them, now whether they're still smiling when they get there, I don't know, but at least they feel better about leaving. I know there's a young lady in Muncie, Indiana. I was over there at the AMA headquarters, and there was about 7 of us guys went to supper one night. We were going out to the restaurant, and this cutest little gal was there at the door and opened the door. I had on my military cap. And she said to me, she didn't even come up to my shoulder. She couldn't have been over 5'2". And she said, "Were you in the Army?" I said, "Yes, I was." "And you were in Korea?" I said, "Well, I'm going to Afghanistan in about a month." I said, "And I'm scared to death." And I just waved to the other guy, and I said, "I'll be out in a minute." And I said, "Young lady, you got a minute or two?" And what I tell these kids is, I said, over there, we know there's danger. You got the same danger here, but you don't know you got it. I said, every time you get in your car and drive 50 miles, there's probably 50 to 1,000 times you just come within an inch of getting killed, and you don't even think about it. Every time you meet a car on a 2-lane highway, you don't know whether this guy's asleep, texting, or talking on his phone, drunk, or what kind of shape of any car you meet. In that car, maybe it'll only happen once in a lifetime, but that one time is all it takes. And you can get killed just running on your highway. And I said, you take any city, big city that's got, say, 150,000 people in it, okay, 150,000 people in it, and they, we got some, anyway, and they say the 150,000 is in Afghanistan right now, or Iraq was. And I said the percentage killed in that city of those 150,000 is greater than what they are over there. Washington, D.C. being the worst. I mean, every month, there'll be 10% more than what gets killed. And I said, you got to realize that it's dangerous, and keep your head down. I said, when I was in Korea, I said the people that got hurt was the people that stood up, jumped around, stood up on the sides of the bunkers talking, and said nobody'd be shooting. And a lot of times there wasn't any shooting, but all of a sudden, they get their head blown off. And it was just because they were out where they could see him. I said, sometimes I'd get so low. I said, you know, I've thought about this, and that's pretty low. I said, I get so low my buttons were in the way. You know, and I didn't want to be a hero. And I mean, in that I wanted to do what I was asked to do. And that don't mean getting killed, though, if you can keep from it. And some people went to greater lengths probably than I did to keep from getting killed. But it's just something that you kind of do automatically. But you gotta, if you know there's danger, anytime you know there's danger, well, you got less chance of getting hurt than you do when you don't just play like there's no danger. And instead of running your car down the 2-lane blacktop, or 2-lane highway, it's one of the most dangerous things on God's earth you can do. You know, you don't really realize it till you're doing it. You don't even realize it if you don't think about it. But anyway, I've got several mothers who's called me. I've probably done about 6 or 8 kids now and they've got some others that wants me to talk to their kids, and I enjoy doing it. It's just kind of neat to be able to do that and see them just kind of, you can tell they're just so tense. When I start talking, and then you just see them just slowly relaxing, and I don't mean, like I said, I don't mean to say they go get hysterical over it and think it's totally a gay thing, a happy thing to happen, but it just helps. And I'm sure glad I'm able to do it.
Hold on one sec.